Go home, I'm happy, I go to sleep. Tony's home. Fucking next morning, I get up, I'm on my way to New York from Connecticut, and they tell me Yayo's in jail. How is that possible? I just got this nigga out of jail yesterday. And he's back in jail.
Now, in my opinion, Tony Yayo has some of the most underrated interviews in the game. The man got so many classic stories, he needs to start his own podcast. Today, I want to talk about how Yayo came out of jail after doing a year bid and went right back 12 hours later. I swear, this shit don't happen to everybody. So in the words of Tony Yayo, here we go now!
What?
That was terrible, y'all. Shout out to all the yo-yos on the east side. It's your boy KD. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Now, in 2002, before G-Unit really blew up, Tony Yayo dipped on bail and had a warrant for his arrest for a gun charge. So that means in the Wankster music video, in the club video, all those performances on MTV, BET, Yayo was on the run. He was actually getting to travel to all these places by using his brother's passport.
The passport agency, and my brother looked like me, so I went under my brother's name because I had a warrant for my arrest, so I couldn't go as my name. So I was flying the world. A lot of times in the club video and everything, I was on the run. Like all the awards, MTV, everything, I was on the run.
They were looking for him, and he's just like in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Like.
And they were looking, you were on the run because you broke your probation.
Yeah, well, I had bail jumping. I had to go back to court for this gun possession, and I didn't go back. I didn't go back to court.
But Eminem had a big show in Barcelona, and what did Yayo do?
Yeah, no, I flew out. I was flying around the world under my brother's name and passport. So it was crazy.
But eventually this all caught up to him in New Year's Eve 2002. Yayo was found with, guess what? Weapons. And they found out that he dipped on bail, so they took him in.
Police, a van, about 5 cars, undercovers, jump out on us. They tell us to roll down the fucking window. The funny thing is they tell us to roll down the window, but windows to a bulletproof car don't fucking roll down. 50's laughing, Banks is laughing. I'm even laughing because they was getting mad because the windows wouldn't roll down. So they're like, open the door. We all got our vests on and shit, and they take us in. I knew I wasn't coming out, you know, and you know, Banks and 50 had bail. I don't know how much, what it was, but they had a big bail, and motherfucking me, I stayed in there.
Now, you got to give it up for Eminem and Dr. Dre, because both of them were really helpful with Yayo's sentence. They actually wrote letters to the judge to try to give Yayo a more lenient sentence, and it did work out. Yayo ended up getting about a year. Yayo got locked up for all of 2003. And if you were a G-Unit 50 Cent fan, you already know what time it is when you mention the year 2003. Get Rich or Die Trying drops, and 50 blows up and becomes a megastar. Now, the whole time 50 is blowing up, becoming a megastar, Banks is also becoming a megastar, Buck is also becoming a megastar, and Yayo's sitting in prison. I've had fear of missing out. Like, I've had FOMO before. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is a next level FOMO moment. Imagine that, yo, you and your team, the shit y'all been working for, finally, it hits. And when everybody is experiencing it for the first time, you in jail sitting just watching it happening from your TV. But the good thing is, G-Unit always kept Yayo's name alive, and they kept branding the Free Yayo movement throughout all of their music videos, wearing the t-shirts. They even had Eminem wearing the Free Yayo t-shirt in the Grammys, which was a big moment for Yayo when he was in jail. And one thing, you really gotta get yourself a friend like 50 Cent. I know 50 crazy. 50 does a lot of wild shit to his boys. But you really sometimes gotta look at the good that 50 Cent does. The whole time Yayo was in jail, he got paid for every single show that G-Unit did. So by the time he got out, he had about $2 million in the bank waiting for him. Now, that's love right there, y'all. Be mad.
I made it so he got paid. During the Rock the Mic tour, he got paid for every show that we did. He wasn't there physically, just to get Rich or Die Trying. The same money that Banks got and Buck got, Yayo got. So by the time Yayo came home, after taxes and everything, he already had $1 million in his account, and he'd come home comfortable, into a comfortable space, and he doesn't feel so far behind the rest of his camp that he can't function with it.
When Yayo got out of prison, it was a whole occasion. They picked him up, gave him a chinchilla coat, iced out Jacob watches. He was out, and I know he was hype, yo. It was a good moment to see it all unfold as Yayo was getting out of prison.
Dan, what up?
Thank you. Go get him, Bernard.
I'm back.
Go get him.
I'm back.
Compliment the Gina Records, baby.
Chinchilla?
Yes, baby.
Oh, man.
For you, man.
Y'all treat me good.
Yeah.
Y'all treat me good. Y'all got fat while I was gone. But now I'm here.
Unfortunately, though, this happy moment was short-lived because Yayo went right back to jail 12 hours after he was released. Unfortunately, that passport that he was using back when he was on the run, that passport was in the paperwork given to his PO. That's a federal offense, and you gon' do some time.
So I'm handing everything to the PO. It's an envelope that the office made. It wasn't my fault.
Yeah. So you don't even know what's in there.
I'm not even knowing that the passport's in there.
So this is the time when you handing everything in the PO look.
Yeah, Sheena left it in there. Fuck it, man. Sheena left it in there. Shout to Sheena. She cool. I ain't mad at her. Sheena left it in there. My PO seen it, and he was like, "What is this?" And I said, "No, it's a passport. They just got the wrong name on it." He was like, "No, they can't put the wrong name on the passport. It's a government. No, you can't do that." And the U.S. Marshals came and got me because after 9/11, having a faulty passport is a federal crime.
Crazy.
After the buildings went down.
Yayo's home, but Yayo went right back to jail. 12 hours. Only 12 hours. Imagine you've been watching your team the whole time. You're like, yo, I can't wait to be out there wilding with them. And then you come out, chill for 12 hours, and then you right back in prison. Like, this shit is so trash. Like, sometimes you really got to think about where Yayo's state of mind was at. You're watching your boys, like, rise up the ranks and live a life that you guys always dreamed of, and the whole time you're just sitting in jail. Like, I know that must have fucked with his psyche. Even though he wasn't in jail for, like, a super extended period of time. Listen, for me, any amount of time in jail is too long, bro. I'm not with that shit. Like, fuck all that shit. I want to be free, getting money with my guys, man. But fortunately, Yayo did eventually get out a year after that. This time, his release from prison was less ceremonial, but he went straight to the booth and recorded his verse to Ain't No Click. And shout out to Banks for being a real one. He actually held up his album to let Yayo finish his verse and get on that track. It go, 1, 2, 3, 4, my clique eat like the 12 holy apostles. Like, I used to love that verse, yeah. But fortunately, finally, Yayo got to come out of prison, and he stayed out, kept right with his PO, right with his probation, and he enjoyed the success of G Unit finally with his brothers. I feel like this case of FOMO was like the ultimate case of FOMO. Like, I don't know what I would be doing if I was Yayo in prison. But y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this story. How the hell you go to prison 12 hours after your release? Shit is crazy, y'all. But thanks for watching this video, and thanks for all the subscribers getting me to 2,000. I appreciate all of y'all. Got nothing but love for all of you guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here, y'all.